proudest comedy fact around. Please make some noise for Mr. Ed Shlesinger, everybody.
Hello. Hello. Thanks for coming to see me tonight. How many people came just to see me? Good. Okay. Everybody been drinking tonight? Yeah? Right, I have a little test on that. Sweet Caroline. That's a fucking test. That is it. That is better than anything you can possibly do to test if people are drunk. A policeman goes up to the side of your window, they pull you over, they come and knock on the window. Do you want to just step out of the car for a second? Yes, the door opens, the beer flows out, the martini flows out, the one we saw the commercial, right? Yeah. The policeman. Again? Does that sound like it now? Good. Okay, so you get out of the car, and it's Sweet Caroline. Everybody comes, see, you can't help yourself when you're drunk. You don't have to turn down the breathalyzer, you don't have to say the alphabet backwards. They get you with that. Good times never seem so good. That's right. That's it. It works every time. And if you're very simple, nobody has to do anything, just come out and sing this song. Listen, I'd like to stay on top of current events over the weekend. And if this ended in tragedy, honestly, I wouldn't have brought this up right now. But since it didn't end in tragedy, I think the subject is okay. If you thought you were an underachiever, not by being up here, like I may feel right now, but if you thought you were an underachiever, and you had one job, asked one time by your boss to do, and you couldn't do it, how the fuck would you feel? And there's one guy over the Christmas weekend, one job, one thing to do. Could he blow himself up? No fucking way. Couldn't figure it out. One job, one time. Imagine when he gets back on Monday. Everyone in the office put their head down. Abdul, Osama wants to see you in his office. Imagine how the conversation goes. You're looking at me like I'm going to go into that conversation. That's not part of the joke. That's not part of the joke. That's for somebody way funnier. Thank you. So my wife marries people. She's a reverend. She marries people in the house. Yeah, she does. She marries people. So I come in from work on Saturday night, I sell cars. Believe it or not, I sell cars. It's horrible business. If your kids do not go to college for more than 4 years, force them, make them stay, do not let them sell cars. Anyway, we'll get into that another time. Anyway, so I hear her Saturday night, I come into the house, I have to go through the side door, I go through the sliding glass door, and this time they're married people in the house. So now I see them in front of the Christmas tree. And she likes to go on, I don't usually listen to this thing, but this time I'm there. And I listen and she's saying the ring, and the ring symbolizes that your marriage is no beginning and no end. And the only thing I can think is, there is no fucking end. They're smiling, got a little tear in their eye, my wife, very, very compassionate, no beginning, no end. There's just, there's no I want to stick my head in the kitchen and say, there is no fucking end, buddy. There's no end. When she says no end, that's a hint. Get the hell out of the house now while you can. Get out. But it doesn't happen. So my wife says, you know, this is a long time ago because I only had the opportunity once. She says, well, I think you should do this with me. She gets very busy. She gets a lot of weddings, books a lot of weddings. So what do? I go through all the credentials to be able to do people's weddings. I go to one wedding. I show up there. I tell them, there's no beginning. There's no end. And I said, Josh, marriage is like a storm. It's kind of like a hurricane. It's not in a bad way. There's a lot of blowing and sucking at the beginning. And then by the end of it, you lose your fucking house. For some reason, my wife never let me go on another one. Well, you heard me talk about my kids earlier in there. We gave them 3 iPod touches. That's a lot in this economy, 3 iPod touches. I've been selling a lot of fucking cars for that. But anyway, you think about them everything and you're done. And what does our son say to me yesterday? Says to us yesterday, can we have a kid? can we get another kid? And my wife and I look at each other, what do you mean, can we get another kid? He goes, come here. This is a true story. We go in, he's showing us the television, is the Feed the Children commercial. At $20 a month, they send you a kid. So he thinks. The iPod Touch wasn't enough. No, this is true. He thought we should be able to get another kid for $20 a month, have a nice little Ethiopian brother shipped over to him. What do you want to talk about next? That's a good amount of hair you have there. Oh my God. That is a good amount of hair. Do you guys want to see the impression of the back of my father's head? For years, I thought that my dad traveled around and passed out a picture of the back of his head to all my hairstylists, and they stuck it to that little mirror. So when they swung me around at the end, they said, how do you like the back? Whoa, fuck, I don't like the back. It's my dad's head. I never went back to him again. It was recently that I discovered that is the back of my head. That's how my head looks. You doing good at time? Listen, if you travel and you go on vacation with your spouse, whether you go on a cruise, whether you go up to the mountains, you go on the ski lifts, you go anywhere, and your spouse ends up dead or missing, don't get on the TV. Don't tell us, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. There was a stranger. I saw some shoes run by me. I got hit over the head with a frying pan. Some fucking stranger came in and they jumped in the car and they stabbed me and shot her through the eye and I couldn't stop it. I didn't know what was going on. We know that you fucking did it. We know you did it. We're sure. There's no. Don't waste our tax money. Don't waste any showing time on Dateline. If your spouse, anything happens to them, you're going to get blamed for it, and you're going to find there's so much Criminal Minds and CSI on TV. I know now. You did it. Anyway, thank you so much for your time. Merry Christmas.